So the last video we finna go ahead and react to is Georgia father arrested for leaving his kids at McDonald's to go by a nearby job interview. You feel me? We recently spoke about this on the FSP podcast. If you haven't already, make sure you follow my podcast. I know y'all see the microphones in the background. I do it on the podcast studio, so make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, flystoner305, or follow our YouTube channel. But we did speak about this. It was a Georgia father arrested. He basically left his kids at the McDonald's. I'm hearing different stories saying the mother was supposed to come pick them up, or they was with some older friends and stuff like that, and he had to go by a nearby job interview. Which I feel, you feel me? I kind of feel him. If you got nobody to watch the kids, and you got a real job interview, a real important interview to go to kind of help change your situation, I kind of feel you taking that risk. You feel me? But other than that, you definitely shouldn't leave your kids nowhere. You feel me? Especially in society right now. It's definitely crazy. So you definitely shouldn't be leaving them. But he definitely left 3 of his kids at the McDonald's so he could go ahead and do the job interview. If it was for anything else, I'd have been like, dad, arrest him, child neglected, boom, boom, boom. But being that he tried to go to a job interview to help better his situation, I definitely will give him some leniency. It still ain't saying it's right, but I definitely will give him the leniency. So let's go ahead and react to this video. It's a quick little video.
Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm John Ava. A
Let me see if they got the real story.
Endangerment is now pulling on heartstrings as many are empathizing with both sides. Last week, a Georgia man was arrested after leaving his 3 young children, ages 1, 6, and 10, in a McDonald's restaurant without
one is crazy
to attend a job interview. The man's name,
I ain't gonna lie, leaving behind a 1-year-old with a 10-year-old is pretty crazy. At a public area, you was pushing it, bro. Leaving behind a 3-4-year-old and a 10-year-old, you might have got away with it. But a 1-year-old, bro, making a 10-year-old watch a 1-year-old is fucking wild. Not gonna lie to you.
name is Chris Lewis, age 24, who was charged with deprivation of a minor. According to the Augusta Press, authorities responded to a McDonald's after a concerned bystander noticed 3 children in the restaurant alone. A responding officer would arrive shortly after, finding the children without an adult, after a witness reported seeing them and Lewis around 4:30 p.m.
Somebody done
According
snitched
to MSN,
ASAP.
The witness also claimed they saw Lewis leaving the restaurant, returning later and leaving a second time. When Lewis returned to the restaurant around 6,
Shit, he came back and made sure they were straight. I ain't gonna lie, unless he had multiple interviews to do, this nigga pushed the buttons, bro. You left, came back, gave them another Happy Meal, then left again. This had to been, bro, you had to be getting a supervised position, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm on your side, bro, but you're making it hard for me.
6:18 p.m., he was detained by law enforcement. Lewis told responding officers he did not own a car and lived in an apartment complex nearby.
You come in.
He did not want to make his children walk back alone while he went to the job interview nearby. Lewis was arrested after taken into custody while the children's mother arrived to pick them up. Now, this particular McDonald's location has a play place inside for the children. However, this fact didn't stop outrage from the public. As news of the story continued to circulate online and the circumstances he found himself in, while some condemned the father for making an irresponsible choice. One user on social media would disagree with Lewis's choice of leaving his kids.
For sure, Doug ain't gonna disagree with him.
Right, helicopter parenting culture has to end. This is insane. A 10-year-old looking after their siblings in a safe space for a short period of time while their parent does something next door was normal like 30 years ago. Another social media user would express the opposite opinion, stating that the father was doing the best he could. This
Facts.
is crazy. Free Chris Lewis.
Facts. Every father know. Every father go agree, bro.
To live their best life with children that's not theirs. This father was trying.
Every father go agree. Every father go rock.
With the previous comment, writing, "Man, all of our parents would have went to jail back in the day. 10
Facts.
is crazy, but I do understand things are way more dangerous now. Still feel
also true.
Another social media user who took the side of Lewis would write, "Now let's be real. A 10-year-old is mature enough to be able to keep their siblings
Facts.
safe in a public
But
restaurant,
not a
while
1-year-old.
the father is doing something critically important. Why can't they tell the difference between making the best out of a desperate situation versus a bad parent that is just neglecting their kids?"
That's facts.
It seems like the majority of the public is on Lewis's side, despite the semantics of the situation. As one more wrote, "Seems like he was just trying to get a job to take care of his kids. He didn't leave them in the car, so come on."
A lot of people leave him in the
What
car.
do you guys now think about this?
But he didn't have a car.
Lewis being arrested
He didn't have a car
after leaving his 3 kids unattended at a McDonald's while he went to a job interview. Do you think he should have been arrested? And how would you have handled the situation if you were in his shoes? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Plus, save the day for the latest news in comedy, culture, and sports by
Okay, man. W video. So, a Georgia father was recently arrested for leaving his kids at a McDonald's to go by a nearby job interview. I do have a couple questions. You feel me? One, where was the mother? Where was the mother in all these situations? You feel me? Like, it was nobody else to leave the kids with. Unless she's a real single father, then that's a different story. But if he is he co-parenting? Is there grandmothers, aunties, uncles? You feel me? Like, where is the mother in this whole situation? That is the crazy part. That was question number 1. Question number 2, would I have done this in the same situation? Sometimes when your back is against the wall, you feel me, you're forced to do stuff that you wouldn't usually do or usually recommend, you feel me? Like, the man doesn't own a car. Where else could he have left the kids? It was either leave the kids at the house, which I probably feel like is a little bit safer. But if they didn't have their own house, or you feel me, they living situation is pretty crazy, then I understand. But leaving them at a McDonald's, I'm 50-50 on that, because like on one side, yeah, they got food, they in a public area, and you feel me? I guess they got stuff to do. They had a fun place. But leaving them at home probably could be a little bit more dangerous. Anybody could just open the door. Police could come, DC. Same situation, bro. Everything's a gamble. But I don't know, bro. He tried to make the best out of the situation. He trying to better his life, all of that stuff. So I understand, but we got to do better as a whole, as a community. Only thing I would say, lastly, this is not worse than the situations that do be going on, bro. I'm from Miami, and we recently had a situation where a mother left her 2-year-old at home to go on a boat party. Yes, a 2-year-old home to go at a boat party, and she recently was caught doing that, and they said that wasn't the first time she actually did that. So situations like that, I feel like it's crazy, deserve to be arrested. You feel me? This dude who actually have a valid reason on why he left his kids somewhere is definitely way more understandable than the situation that we had down here. Only thing I can't understand is when he came back to check on the kids, like why he just ain't come back and take the kids home or take the kids somewhere. You feel me? But W dad, I guess. L family, I guess.